In this video we'll be looking at reverse engineering. So we have a scan part, a mesh file, STL. So first thing, let's create some geometry. So edit mesh, area select. We have different selection tools, all the typical area select, single select, neighborhood, round disk, square disk, window. We'll stick with area select. We have different things we can do with the interaction. With the selection, we can smooth it, sharpen, refine, filter, delete it, copy it, cut it, and then we can fit features. So here now I'm going to fit a plane. We're in area select. Change the angle of instance up. Okay, we'll just back it off a little bit. Take it away from this edge down here. Okay, let's fit a plane. Now I want to fit some circles in these holes. So we'll fit. One there. One there. Clear that. Change this back down to 3. One there. Back this up a bit. Fit. Okay. Then we can see the circles on the plane. Let's fit a couple more planes. Choose the relevant feature, plane. Select. We can see it's gone down the side, so we'll reduce the angle down a bit. Okay, that's good. We'll fit. And we'll fit the last plane here in this little pocket. Change it down. Let's see what 3 does. Okay, that looks good. We'll fit a plane there. Okay, so now I've got some geometry to work with. First of all, I want to look at the circles. So we can see the roundness, we can reduce it, and the diameter, different diameters. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to reduce the noise in each of these. Double click, reduce noise. So you can see it takes it down quite a bit. So it gets a good fit. One more. Okay. So now I want to select them, right mouse, set values, and we'll apply some design intent. So we'll choose diameter, we'll make them all 16mm. Okay, so now we can do an alignment on this. Let's turn on the gnomon so we can see. Let's go to transform, measure. Feature align. Okay, plane 1, I'm going to choose the Z-axis direction for this plane here. I want to choose the Y-axis to go from circle 2 through circle 3. Okay, and I want the origin to be for the XY plane, circle 1, and to take the Z value from plane 1. Let's turn this back off. Okay, so now let's start and create some wireframe geometry to work with. So I'll take the circles, right mouse, export to CAD. Behind them, where you can see, there's the CAD geometry. We don't need the center points, so we can use the quick mask select tools to select all CAD points and delete. So now we'll select the circles, right mouse. We'll put it on a different level so we can turn it on and off. So now we're going to give it a number. We'll give it a name. We'll call it wireframe. Okay. Let's go back to the scan. So now let's start and create some slices to work with. Okay, so let's go into a nice front view. We go reverse, levels on here. Slice mesh. We can slice along the X, Y or Z. Obviously our Z goes up here. So I want to create a slice, not right at the bottom because there's a radius. So I'll take a slice here and I'll take a slice round about where it is now. Okay. So with that slice, it's just above the radius. So to move it, you can drag it, or you can actually click in the graphics window and you can drag down. I'll take it to about here. What I'm going to do is save a cloud, and I'm going to save it with points every millimeter. So I'll go slice. Now we'll create another one. Drag this down. Again, there's a radius on the bottom, so I'll come up a little bit. Maybe there. And slice. So if we close there. Let's look at this. Let's look at the top view. We'll turn off. And there you can see the two clouds. If I turn them off, there's the one that was on the 0 plane, and there's the one near the bottom. So what we'll do is we'll send these to CAD. So export to CAD. Okay. So now what we can do, we can make a spline through these. So we use the wireframe, spline, automatic. Okay, select the first point, let's zoom in a bit. Select the second point and the last point. Okay. So now we can go back to our quick mask selection. We don't need the points anymore. Delete. So there's the spline. We still need to project it, but we have a spline. Look at this one here. Export to CAD. Do the same again. We'll create a wireframe. Spline automatic. First point, last point. There we go. Same situation. Quick mask. Select the points, delete. Okay, so there is the two splines. There's the mesh, and that's where they are. So we need to project the first spline to there, and this one at the bottom to the bottom face. So we need to find out the distance between this plane and this plane, so we know where to project this to. Okay, so if we select plane 1 and control, plane 2, we can see it's between 18.3, 18.25. Let's call it 18.25. Okay, we know where to project that to. So let's go on the top view. We'll select this one first, the bottom one. So we'll go transform, we want to project. We select it, end selection. We want to move it, not copy it. And a depth, it's minus 18.25. Enter. The next operation is this one. Click, end selection, and this is 0. It's on the 0 plane. So now we can click remove colors. We look at the mesh. There we go. So there's the slice directly on this plane, and there's the other slice directly on the bottom plane. Okay. So what else do we need? We can use this slice to drag and create a solid body. We have this slice that we need to just trim a bit to cut out the pocket here. So we need to create a surface out of this top piece here of the mesh so we can cut the solid body. So let's go into top view. Let's go right mouse, edit mesh, area select. Okay, that's too much there. Let's call it an angle of 3, see what it looks like. Still going down the sides a bit, so we'll reduce it down a bit. There you can see, it's just left the top surface. So now we can copy this. Okay, so now we have that there. Okay, let's go on the levels. Let's turn do some good housekeeping again. Let's select all this, right mouse, and make sure it's on the wireframe. Okay. Let's leave this open, turn that off, turn on the copy, go into reverse, go power surface. Okay, so what this does, it puts a surface through the selection. One of the most important things is the point weighting. Okay, if I change this to 1, you can see it's not very nice at all. You want a small point weighting, 0.05. Okay, it takes the shape of the mesh that we cut. What's also very important is to extend the surface so it comes past the outside of the part, because we're going to use this surface to cut the solid body, so it needs to extend past the solid body. So with a 5%, this goes past the outside. Okay, we say OK to that. So let's take this surface and let's put it on a separate level. Select, give it a number, give it a name, let's call it surface. Okay, let's turn it off for now. Okay, we can go back. Let's turn on the wireframe. Okay, now we need to trim this wireframe here. Okay, so we can select this, we can go Alt-E and just leave this wireframe here. The bottom wireframe was projected to the base of the scan, so that's fine. We only want to use a part of this to cut. Okay, so we go to wireframe, break into 2 pieces, select it where we're going to break it. Okay, so now if we break again, select, break here, escape. So now when I select this, I can see the selection, I can click, delete, it just leaves me this. Okay, so now I want to take it past the edge of the part. Okay, if I put this on wireframe, we want to take it past the edge just to make sure we're completely free of the solid model. Okay, so what we can do, let's turn this back off. We're in the top view, just make sure, yes. We want to create a line, so we'll go line endpoint, and we'll do horizontal. Click here, drag it out. Click this one, start to drag it, and then if we click here, it will make the line the same size. Go vertical, click here, click here. Okay. So now we have a spline to cut the solid body as well. So we'll go Alt-E, just bring back the rest of the selection. Okay. We want to make sure that these splines and this is projected to the 0, just to make sure. Transform, project. We'll select this. We'll select the circles as well. Go end selection to the 0, enter. We're going to move them, yes. Right mouse, clear colours. Okay, so this spline and these circles are directly on the 0 axis. So now we can start and create some solid bodies. Go solids, extrude. Okay, let's choose this one. Yes. And here we want to make sure that it passes. So you get a slider bar, we need to pass the scan. So here we could type 40, it's going to pass it. Okay. Solid, accept. So now we have a solid body there. It's passed the scan. So now we want to cut this solid body with the surface we had before. Let's turn this off. Let's go top view. Let's turn on the surface. Okay, so now we're going to cut the solid body with this surface. So we go into the solid menu, trim by plane, click the drop down, trim to surface sheet. So we select the solid body. Now it's asking us to select the surface. Okay, we want to reverse the direction. Okay, that's good. And there. Now we turn the surface off. So now we've got starting to get the essential shape of the solid body. So now we can extrude this one. Extrude. This. Enter. We want to cut the body. Okay. Now we need to find out how deep these holes are to cut. So if we go to the reverse tab, let's turn off the solids. Or put this on a separate level. Select the solid. Select. Give it a number. Give it a name. Solid. Okay. Let's turn it off for now. Go back to reverse, turn on the mesh. So we want to know the depth of these holes. We've already got plane 1, so let's go edit mesh, select plane, let's choose one of them. That's too much. Let's go down to 3. Okay, let's fit a plane. So if we look from plane 1, and then control, plane 4, okay, 7.05345. So let's call it 7 millimeters. Okay, we don't need this plane now, we can delete this. Yes. Okay, let's turn back on the solid. Let's go extrude. Select these circles. Tick. And here, 7. And we want to go the opposite direction, down. And cut body. Okay, so now it's starting to take shape. So now we need to create the pocket here. So let's turn the solid off for now. Let's go back to reverse, turn the mesh on. Go to top view. And we'll slice the mesh again. Go reverse, slice. Okay, it's in the Z axis. You can use the slider bar. And bring it in. And see how it's bringing it in there? See there? Slowly take it back. We want to capture this slice here. We can see it there. That looks good. Again, cloud with points for millimeters spaced. Go slice. Let's close this. Hide the mesh. Okay. There's one. There's the other. We don't need this one. We can delete. That's the one we want. In fact, we can delete these other two. We don't need them anymore. Okay, so this one we export again. Same procedure, export to CAD. Now we can create again the curve. We'll go wireframe, manual spline, automatic. Zoom in a bit. Click the first, click the second, click the last. Okay. Again, we don't need the points. Delete. Okay. So now we need to project this to a plane, and we had that plane there. Like this. So we can't do anything with a measured entity. We need to make it CAD. So export to CAD. So now we have a CAD plane here. I want to grow it a little bit. Tools, grow plane. Just so it passes, we need to project the plane onto there. Okay, so you can see that the spline is above the plane. So let's go to transform, project, select the wireframe, And here now we tell it to project to a surface. Click, end selection, accept. Now you can see it's projected to the plane. Right mouse, clear colours. Okay, so let's take this, right mouse, select, let's put it in the surface layer. Okay. Now if we look here in the solid, okay, let's go wireframe so we can see through. Okay, we'll extrude this now. So go back to solids, extrude, select the curve. Okay, go back to shaded so we can see what we're doing. We want to go the opposite way. Okay, and there's the extrusion. Okay. Let's turn off the solid. Let's select everything, make sure it's on the wireframe. Okay, let's turn the wireframe off, solid back on. So there we can see we start to build the shape of this. So now we could put some fillets on. Let's select the face. There. 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 Here. And here. So okay. Let's try 1.5. Okay. So there we have the scan turned into a solid model. We can export as step or edges. Okay, so that was a quick video on reverse engineering from a scanned part.